Hello everyone, welcome to this UI UX crash course with Anybody Can Develop and me, your tutor for today. So now we go on to prototyping. What is prototype? What is a prototype? A prototype is a simulation of a real product that is used to get feedback and test. So it is an effective way to get feedback from investors and stakeholders. So prototype is like a representation of the actual product. It is not the actual product. Prototypes are made because it is a fast way to get feedback. It is a fast way to test with your users, to incorporate the feedbacks you get from them. So what are the types of prototypes? Now, we have two types, low fidelity and high fidelity. But then someone will ask, what does fidelity mean? Fidelity refers to the level of detail in a design. So when we say low fidelity, we are basically saying there's low level of detail in that design. And when we say high fidelity, we mean there's high level of detail in the design. So examples of low fidelity prototypes, types of low fidelity prototypes are paper prototypes and digital prototypes. An example of high fidelity prototypes are the digital prototypes that we design in these designing tools like Adobe XD, InVision, Figma, and the rest. So these are examples of prototypes. On my left here, you see the low fidelity prototype or the wireframe. On my right, you see the high fidelity prototype. Now, let's moving on to wireframing. What's a wireframe? So from earlier, we mentioned that wireframe is a type of the low fidelity prototype. So it's a low fidelity layout. That means it doesn't have a lot of details. It just have the basic information needed to figure out how the app is going to look like. It deals with structure and functionality than visuals or how it's supposed to look. So its goal is to create a skeleton of the actual design before moving on to create the design itself. What are the types of wireframes? We have low fidelity wireframes like the prototypes. We have low fidelity wireframes and high fidelity wireframes. Yes, so as you can see here on my left, there's a low fidelity wireframe which has very limited detail, and then there's a high fidelity wireframe which has a bit more detail compared to the low fidelity wireframe. Okay, so that's it for the theory. Move on to the practical. So this is what we are going to be designing for the practical in Wizard. Join me as we design. Thank you very much.